LookCatchu here, and this is Cat Snacks, where I show you super easy recipes to satisfy all your snacking needs. For today's snack, I'll be making you chocolate puff pastries, or in Francais, pain au chocolat. But it's not just any puff pastry. It's chocolate puff pastries with sleeping teddy bears inside. So it sort of has the same concept as pigs in a blanket, but instead of pigs, it's teddy bears. This is the most adorable snack to make with your kids or for the inner child within you. It's almost too cute to eat. Just imagine sinking your teeth into a nice, warm, flaky, and chocolatey goodness little pocket. And the flavor, oh, so good. But we have to wait till the end so we can eat it together. So let's get Sleeping Bear puff pastrying. To keep our teddy nice and cozy, we first need to make them a bed. I'm using frozen pre-packaged puff pastry that I've defrosted overnight in the fridge. They're just as good as homemade without the use of elbow grease. Carefully flip out each layer of this delicate pastry sheet like a newspaper. And speaking of newspapers, I haven't held one in a very long time. If your pastry sheet breaks, no worries, just use your fingers to press it together again. I made a little cutout after I determined the best dimensions to fit our teddygram perfectly inside without any awkward spaces. So feel free to do the same with a scrap piece of paper. Now you could arbitrarily cut the puff pastry sheet into strips, but we don't want our teddygram to look out of proportion with the rest of the bed. So with the help of my template, you don't need to worry if this bear is too big or too small for its bed. Using my template, I'll cut along the edges. I'm aiming to make 6 little beds for our teddygram. And if you don't want to use my dimensions, which how dare you, the length of the bed should be 5 teddygrams long and the width is around 2.5 teddies. Rest in peace, half a teddy. Now depending on the brand, pastry sheet sizes will vary, so feel free to make as many or as few beds as you'd like. Once all the beds are made, I'm gonna carefully transfer them onto a large baking tray lined with parchment paper. As for Mr. Teddy, I'm using teddygrams by the brand Crispy. And I bet you never knew this, but in the bag, there are 2 types of teddy shapes. One has its arms up like it's about to give you the warmest hug, and the other has its arms down, just awkwardly standing there like that one emoji. And since I find the arms up teddygram cuter, I'll strictly be using them. Sorry, arms down teddy, but don't worry, you'll still be eaten. To make sure your puffs turn out adorable, I suggest looking for the crackers that still have some distinct facial features, such as a visible mouth and ears, instead of this poor teddy bear with a missing face. Pick a chocolate, any chocolate, for the pillow, or in our case, chocolate. I'm using a classic Hershey's milk chocolate bar. But you can use any chocolate you fancy. I recommend using 1 rectangular piece or 2 smaller square pieces of chocolate per pillow. Center the pillow around 1 centimeter down from the head of the bed. And to spice it up, I picked up another one of my favorite chocolate flavors, cookies and cream. Simply placing 2 pieces below the pillow. Gently lay Ted onto the chocolate, just enough so that there is a little space at the top of the pillow. Ted's looking a little chilly, so we gotta lift the bottom of the bed, aka the duvet, so that it covers up to its arms. We gotta make sure Mr. Ted gets tucked in real nice. So using a fork, I'm gonna crimp Ted's luxurious orthopedic mattress to prevent the chocolate filling from oozing out. Also pricking the sides and the top of the bed with a fork so that those parts won't puff up too much once baked. Now the reason we hide more chocolate inside the bed is so every inch of the pastry is covered in ooey gooey chocolatey goodness. And this will ensure that it not only looks good but tastes even better. The best part is that you can experiment with different fillings and chocolate flavors. I've tried this with mini marshmallows and strawberry jam before, and I'm a big fan of caramel filled chocolate, so I'm sure that will also be a perfect match. Also, crimping the edges prevents Mr. Ted from falling out of bed, like what used to happen to me when I was little. Where are my fellow tossers and turners at? Now, this is an optional step, but I will be chilling them for a few minutes in the fridge. This will help solidify the butter in the dough. The layers in the puff pastry will separate instead of melt together and make our pastry an extra flaky and puffy morsel of goodness. Brush the tops of the pastry with an egg wash, making sure to get all the crevices like the sides of the bed. And if you can't have eggs, feel free to brush the tops with a milk of your choosing. Placing our army of sleeping bears into my convection oven, preheated to 375 Fahrenheit. I'll bake them for around 12 minutes or until nice and golden brown. Let's do a little snack break. Mini Oreos. It was buy two for $6. So I bought one bag of Teddy Grahams and one bag of Oreos. This snack reminds me of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Ring, ring, ring! The bears are ready to be eaten. Look at that perfect golden flaky crust on top. You could also dust some powdered sugar, but I like it how it is. And there we have it, Sleeping Bear's pain au chocolat, served with a tall glass of milk on the side. Now let's dig in. Alright, so this is the finished product, and I'm super excited. Alright. Whew. That looks amazing. Look at that. Gorgeous, just like you. Alright, cheers. First bites for you. Nom nom nom. This is what the inside looks like. Nice and gooey. Look at that. Look at that chocolate. Got my glass of milk. When you first take a bite, you get hit with that puffiness and the flakiness. Has a bit of a chew. And then you get that ooey gooey chocolate center. Tastes exactly like Nutella. This is not only cute, but it is so delicious. Still nice and warm. It tastes exactly like a nice, freshly baked chocolate croissant. And I always have a lot of fun making it too. Alright, so this gets LookCatchu's stamp of approval. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post once a week. And I'll see you guys